Hi, my name is Evan Hill, and for my food presentation one, I chose borscht, which is a Ukrainian traditional soup. It actually dates back to the fifth, and somewhere in between the 5th and 9th century. It started as a peasant food in Ukraine, and it became very popular among the Ashkenazi Jews, especially during their Passover season. Um, when the Jews fled from persecution, they fled to what became known as the Catskill Mountains. They also took many of their holidays here. And because borscht was so popular, they named the region the Borscht Belt because of the Ashkenazi Jews. Over the centuries, it became a favorite dish in the Slavic world, that Ukraine, Georgia, Russia area. It was actually ended up being recommended to communist leaders for its nutritious simplicity, and became a tradition among the Soviets. The nutrient composition for its serving size, which I found at 245 grams, it has 93 calories, 4.4 grams of fat, 11 grams of total carbohydrates, 2.9 grams of protein, 2.5 grams of fiber. And I added this because I found it interesting that it had 299 milligrams of potassium, 56 milligrams of calcium, and its relationship to disease. A study done by a man named Dr. Heben, he found that it reduces blood pressure. It actually helps with hypertension, and drinking 8 ounces of beetroot juice can reduce high blood pressure. It also helps with blood flow and promote blood vessels to relax. It also protects your heart and your liver because of betaine in the soup, supports a healthy liver. It also improves and protects your digestive system because of betaine and fiber. Fiber is also included in the borscht. It also cleans your blood by helping your body create more red blood cells, and it actually helps you reduce the risk of cancer, more specifically leukemia and others, by treating or eating beet-based foods like borscht. It also supports a healthy skin because of vitamin C, and it reduces the risk of diabetes because all of the vegetables are less in glucose, especially the beets in the borscht soup. And glucose is one of the main reasons of diabetes. So by eating borscht will help reduce that. The ingredients found in borscht, it actually has many different variations as it spread from Ukraine. But the main ingredient for Ukrainian borscht is red beets or their beetroots. Also includes sausage, onion, potatoes, and cabbage. There are many types of borscht. You have green borscht and white borscht and cold, hot. There's really many different variations. Actually, in some countries, it's even cold. So these ingredients are all grown where borscht originated in that Slavic region. So it's all fresh and high quality for where it originated. In agriculture, beets are planted in late April and early May and harvested from mid-September through the end of October, and are very abundant in that Eastern Europe area, and is one of the largest vegetable exports in the area. Not so much anymore, but definitely back in the day, beets were a high commodity for the area and a good source of income. The region still works hard to maintain high beet yields. They invested a lot of agriculture technology and money into the region to keep those high yields. Just this past year, the industry had actually seen a steady growth of 25% increase in new jobs despite the pandemic. Here's the preparation for the Ukrainian dish. or Ukrainian version of borscht. You want to start with the cabbage and prepping the veggies, cutting them up, and then you'll cook the cabbage in the broth. And for Ukrainian version, you'll add bay leaves and peppercorns. Then you saute your onions and carrots. Then you add your beets, which give it that red color to it. And then you'll transfer all your veggies along with potatoes. And I should have used more tomato paste in mine because it was definitely a little watery. And then you'll season to taste. Tasting, I did not enjoy it. The beet flavor was overpowering. Didn't like that, and the water texture, it didn't taste well. It kind of hard. I hate to be harsh, but it did taste like dishwater with a little bit of chicken broth in it. Overall, not enjoyable. I wish I had found some black bread because in Slavic countries it is tradition to serve borscht with black bread. Here's a picture of the borscht I cooked. You can tell it's very watery. It looks appetizing. It just wasn't. Probably should have used some more tomato paste. In comparison, I assumed a dish like this would be very bland and very boring, considering it started as a dish for peasants and lower class individuals. But after reading all of the variations and the history of the dish, I've now realized how important it is to Slavic culture. It is important also to the Ashkenazi Jews, Ukrainians, and Russians, and is actually a much larger dish than I ever thought it was after doing all this research. And here are my references.